Oops. Okay, what are we going to do? I think we need to do the vision system. All I'm going to do tonight is the vision system. That's it. I'm going to bed. I think. It shouldn't be too hard. If it's super easy, I'll do something else as well. So I've made a library that I think will help simplify the vision system. Before I do it, what is this being used for? Nothing. If I delete it, what happens? Nothing. Well, that's good. Okay. So an example of this new vision system library that I made last year. That should make this job a lot easier, or at least involve a lot less copy-paste. The irony is that I'm going to copy-paste the example of using it. Why is my desktop audio super quiet? Is it between songs? Oh, it's just between songs. Alright, cool. Gridbed's Roguelike Tutorial 2022. We get to see this cool new library called Visible Area Detection. So I suppose we have to modify our cargo tunnel to include this as a feature. Backend serialize? Oh. Oh, go me. Okay, it's already here. Maybe. I might not have included it in backend serialize. Let's see if it's here. If it's worked, then I should just be able to go visible area detection. Cool. And then what do you do with it? So I'm guessing that visibility grid is important. Yeah, you make one of those. You've got to implement this type. Visible cell data update. Is there a trait involved, or is this just, it just takes a payload and then later on it lets you query it? I wonder. Well, let's see. We're going to take the visibility grid tab. Does it have documentation? No. But we're going to see how it works. Okay, so each cell has like this piece of data attached to it. And in my example, here. An example, I keep track of this. What is this? Two data layer table. Oh, layer tables are new. They're cool as well. So for every layer, we keep track of something, right? Because I didn't want the usability system to have baked into it this notion of layers. And because we render out of the visibility grid, we have to store in each layer some, like the information you'd need to render it. So it's got a table within each layer to a tile. And lighting color information, which is not necessary for this, but we do need to keep track of the tiles. We probably don't actually, but I think it's probably more future-proofy if I do it now. And then what is this update function? Like, what calls this? Like, what do we do with this? Custom, update, omniscient, custom. Ah, okay. It's probably like a non-omniscient version of that, yeah. Okay. So this custom function gets called on every cell. And it gets passed visible cell data. Visible cell data. Is that? Ah. Okay, I see. It gets called on whatever random data you happen to have in the cell and a coordinate. And that's it. And it's up to you what you do with that. So this example, I suppose it's closing over the world, right? Yeah, it captures the world. And then in here, it can look up what's that cell, right? Yeah, cool. So that's what are the tiles? Looks pretty straightforward. Let's give it a go. So what do we need to keep track of for each cell? We'll say there's a type called, I think it has to be public. Visibility cell. And it has tiles, there's a table. Where does this layer table come from? Layers table? Is it? Yeah. Layers. Layers. What is that? Okay. Player layers module. Do we do that? No. Oh, wait, maybe we do. Yes, we do. Great. Okay, so we get this layers module, and we're pulling out layer and layers, but there's a third thing in there. Layer table. A little bit hard to look inside of. Maybe this will help. It's just a struct with one field for each layer, for each layer. And that's it. Typically, I suppose you would have the fields be options. So for our visibility cell, we're going to have a layer table of option type. I think. That's what I did here too, yeah? Yeah. Cool. And we're gonna use this type to communicate with the renderer with what needs to be drawn. It's gonna get told this, and it's gonna get told whether it's currently visible, and I suppose we have to figure out what to do about cells that were once visible but are no longer visible. Probably just draw them in a different color. Or something. Okay. So we're going to have a function that updates. So we're going to have in our game, I suppose, this extra field. This grid of visibility cells. Oh, doesn't want that. Wait, I have to do that default. We'll stick with our convention. I guess it also has to implement these. Cool. Where do we create our game? Grid. What does it need to be told? Just the size. This has to come before world. Oh yeah. Awesome. And I want to have a function that gets called every time anything changes, because we're going to have to update our visibility grid now, because it has to remain synced up with the state of the world, since it's no longer just drawn from the state of the world. Right? What is this color? Why is it? What is the point of that color? Ambient light color. See, like, what is keeping track of the color? And it, like, I'm not really doing lighting for this game, but I'm very curious. Cell color. Ah, okay. So we're just kind of implicitly keeping track of the color of all the cells. Like, also you're passing it this W, this weld thing, which is a trait which understands lighting. It's got a default implementation which does nothing, which is what I want. But every cell like this light type is built in, and every cell of the visibility grid has the lighting. And understands when it was last lit. And by what light, and the color of the light. Okay. Good, sure, but okay, the only way the light distribution gets back out of this grid is if it's currently visible, we'll tell you what light is illuminating it that makes it visible. If I don't have any lights, I'm gonna assume that if I just pass 0 as ambient lighting, it'll be fine. Let's see what happens. I still need to implement some traits, right? Like update custom. We need this world trait to be implemented. In the tutorial I was working on, it's just implement for the world type, so we just implement visible world for world. Ah, and there's a vision distance baked into that trait. So then why do we also have to pass? Oh, right, it's a type, but it's not a value. You still need to tell it how far you can see. This just tells you how the shape of what you can see. Okay. Understand. What shape should our visible distance be? Probably a circle, right? This is going to be exactly the same as what I did in the tutorial. And this would have done stuff with lighting, but not today. That's wrong, nothing's wrong, that's compiling just fine. So now we can talk about this date custom. Alright, what arguments does it take? I mean, like color. I'm a bit worried about. I guess there's no reason to just do that. Like, there's always lighting. If there's no lighting, it's just the lighting is max. The max lighting. That's the lighting side. Need world. That's just going to be world. And we need vision distance. U squared. I don't know, how far should we be able to see? Ten? 10 seems like pretty short. Let's start with 10. It needs an eye. That's this player's coordinate. And then this custom function, which gets passed what? A coordinate? F is a fun root of T. Ah, okay. Yeah, like the payload, I guess. And the coordinates. And I think, again, we actually nailed it the first time. This should probably go into a library all by itself. And then we just have to implement. What's wrong with this? Wait, did I spell visible cell data incorrectly? Visible cell data. Oh, yeah, so let's change this. And then say there's an update method. Busy file. Oh, yeah. And in the tutorial, all it did was this. It just looked up the layers, and then it set the tiles to be, you take the layers and you map a function over them all, and that function is to look up what tile. That's pretty cool. It's pretty slick. Okay, and then we just need to render based on what's in the visibility grid. So every time anything happens in the game, which currently it's just whenever like this function gets called, a side effect happens, and then we update the visibility grid. This might have to change once there are NPCs, because they no, right? This is what the player sees. Well, I suppose like stuff could happen. Oh, whatever. We'll figure that when we get there. Let's just see if this causes it to crash or not. So that's good. That's a good sign. And cell visibility. Oh, it's that simple. It occurs to me that we could make this, like if the world was huge and we wanted to save time each frame, you could make the visibility grid way smaller than the world. That's probably what we'll end up doing, because I really want the world to be really big. I don't want the visibility grid to be the same as that. I must have done this in the past, right? Like last year's game was also like had a really big map. Maybe I just was really inefficient, but computers are fast and it doesn't matter. What are our types? This is going to be a chord, and this is going to be a that. So we still have this function that gets the depth for a layer and the render cell for a tile. And we're going to do the same thing as we did here. We should probably also do this as before. The difference now is that a cell visibility is this some type. So has it ever been seen? We need a visual language for communicating this sort of stuff, and like since most of the graphics is just like water, like it's just blank cells, I wonder how we should make it look. Like if an area of the ocean is obstructed by like the building on this island, like this building here, the area behind it, like what should it look like? If you've never seen something before, should it just be grayed out? We can just include it. And then a number. What does the number mean? Wait, is that? I'm not sure that should be a number. Yeah, it's not T. It's like what was there. Current is currently visible. So data and some other stuff we don't care about. And if it's data, what type is data? Is there like a for each? Oh, there is. Things past self. Is it a tile? An option tile. Yeah, nice. Okay, if there's a tile on that layer. Ah, we don't know what layer is on there. So close. So close. We need like for each. Dude. I've had this problem before. It gets past a layer. This is a layer, yep, great. So now same as before. Right, exactly, we get these two. Depth and render cell. Might need to borrow or something. Tile reference, it's an option. Oh yeah, okay. It's still probably a reference, and it should be, but we'll just copy it. And that's not how it works. What type is this? It's a reference to a tile. A tile's not copy. It should be copy. Oh, that's not the problem then. What's the problem? Type is tile. Oh. I see. There we go. And then you can literally just call this like before. Or like given a location. Yeah, it's more complicated than that, isn't it? Well, we have the coordinate, so we can just use that directly. And then we'll swap out which of these we're calling. And it should be completely seamless. Except that you won't be able to see through solid objects anymore. But I don't think I've set any objects to be opaque. So it'll... Oh. Oh wait, we gotta move. Nice. We learned some things. In our constructor, we have to create visibility. Our visible area is way too small. Let's try doubling it. Update visibility. So it's going to be like 400. It also looks like a reach shape, so let's try like 500. So we have 20. I wonder if it would ever be useful to like have an upgrade which lets you see further. Probably, right? You know, we can like we see this whole circle. Kind of cool. I like that you can't see the edge of the screen. Makes it kind of I don't know, something. Alright, the other thing, obviously, is we need to make it so that walls are opaque. Just walls? I think just walls. You can see through rocks. So there's already an opacity component. So when you spawn a wall, maybe if like the rocks, if like the rocks line up like a tree, like in most games you'd have like trees, and if you look through 2 trees in a row, you can't see it, but you just have one. So now you can't see through walls. You can't see through doors, but you shouldn't be able to see through doors if they're closed. So spawn the door. Doors are always closed when they're spawned. So same deal. You need to make it so that you can see through them when they're open, though. Alright, so now the building is opaque. Can't see through it. It's a way to drive. When it's facing downwards. And get out of the car, I mean the boat. It's like, oh, we're really close to the building, I can't see anything. Obviously we're going to make it so you can see, you can look at things the game renders things you have seen in the past. A bit torn, like, okay, so I think maybe there's like the color of stuff you've seen in the past and stuff you've never seen. Should it just be like a darker shade of this like murky green color? Or should it just be black? Or should it just be murky green color? Let's do some experiments. So this is going over all the cells in the visibility grid. Before I have a lot of things I want to try. Like, what is the size of the screen? Wait, why isn't it? Oh, put it in the text, didn't I? Section. Would the game crash if I did this? Probably. Actually, yes. Alright. How deep in the library did it crash? Pretty deep. Alright. It crashed for a good reason. Because, like, I don't know, if... hang on. So, this thing that we've been calling it, like, visible world or something, right? And copying the size of the spatial table. And like what it does is it starts at the eye when you call update visibility, and it makes little octants and it counts out, you know, a certain distance based on the vision distance until it hits an opaque object. But like what would happen if we told it, hey, the world is like smaller than the actual world? Okay, I think I know what happened. Right? Like this is used so that you don't ever look outside of the actual world. But this get opacity function takes a coordinate in the... I should just check what it actually does. I got this. Like, for each visible, is it necessary that this line up with like that is where the vision grid lines up with the world grid? So you give it a coordinate in world space and it, you know, it does its visibility thing, but it doesn't care what like it just calls this function on the coordinates and how well it can see them, right? And then in the higher level visibility library, okay, it's still. Okay, so far this isn't a problem. It's a little bit memory hungry, but it's not like slow. But what is slow is when you enumerate every cell in the whole world during rendering, rather than just the ones on the screen. Right, which, okay, yeah, that's the best that you can do is optimize it at that level. You need to store the entire world's worth of vision data, because if you look at something and then you walk away and you come back and you remember seeing the thing that was there, you need to keep track of what you have seen in the past. Okay, so we need like, are there like grid slices or something, where you give the grid an offset and a size, and it efficiently iterates over that part of the grid. I don't think that's a thing, but I'm not going to make it a thing during this game jam. But we shouldn't just do this. I think this is problematically slow if I make the world super big as I intend to. So instead, we know where the player is, right? And we're already computing this center chord delta, which really, like, what this is, it's the coordinate in world space of the top left corner of the screen, right? So we would just iterate what size, like all the coordinates within the bounding box of the screen, and then rather than enumerate cell visibility, we need a function where you give it a coordinate and it just returns that cell's visibility. This is literally just a grid, right? No, it's not, but surely there's a function to get cell visibility. Visibility. Wait, does this just return? Oh. Yes. Oopsie. Wait, no, that can't be right. Hang on. Yeah, wait. It's not that. It's the. You gotta add center chord delta to it. So I didn't expect it to crash there. We're gonna crash again. Let's get it back close. Oh, right. I left my experimental thing in. That was like visibility grid. It shouldn't be this size. It should be world spatial table grid size. Sure, and it's not nice. It's not good. It's like the opposite of something bad has happened. So the visibility cell that we're looking at from the world is the one at, I don't think it should be minus, no, this is right, but then here, you don't do this anymore. Yeah, I think that's right. There we go. It's better, that should scale a lot better. Okay. Now the question of what do we do with all the cells that we can't see? So if you've never seen it before, name our colors. I have my doubts that this is going to be the right thing to do. This is going. Oh shit. Oh, that's weird. Wait. If we went like to the side, it'd be like the moon. So we're drawing this like trail. Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? I don't think I like it. I think what would be better is if it was like, like misty. I don't want to do that though. It seems like it'll be really hard. Oh, actually, it doesn't make it that hard, does it? I don't know if it's consistent with the art style I'm going for. What I'll do, okay, I think what I'll do though is like we'll call this like misty gray, and it's going to be like a kind of murky, like grayish green color. Like imagine if this was like not quite the same, but sort of just a bit less. But then also make it darker. So it's like 10, 20, 20. Say, and then this becomes misty gray. It's not really misty, is it? It's just dark. But alright, so it's too green. Maybe I should use some sort of tool for this. Let's use paint for this, I guess. Oh, very good. Very neat. Alright, we're gonna just take a screenshot of this and play around with the colors. What was I doing? I was trying to draw a boat. Take a screenshot of this window, and play around a bit. So it's too green or something. I want it to be less saturated. Maybe that. In hex. What's in hex? Oh, it's 17, 23, 23. Okay, let's see how that looks. It's the same. It's not the same. It's not misty. Wait, no, it is the same. What? Am I going? What? Did I not save the file? What? Are these not the same? Oh, they're not the same. Okay, but it's not misty enough. Where's the color picker one? It's down here. Okay, wait. Yeah, all the way out here. Like, it's basically gray, like dark gray. 21, 28, 28. 1F, 26, 26. Let's try 1F, 26, 26. Sure. And for stuff that you remember seeing, there's still like blue here. And we're going to do something like this. Except that we're going to mess with the render cell a bit after it's being picked. We're going to give it a background. Wait, oh. Ah, okay. We don't have to, we don't need to pivot. We pull. with background. Or set with background. We also need to do something to the foreground. We'll probably just diminish. So now if you've seen stuff and you go away, it's still there. I think maybe for the ocean, it shouldn't have that effect. It's kind of weird having this like pattern. It's like I remember seeing that wave. So how do we deal with that? I guess it's just certain tiles you just don't draw. Maybe. Wait. You can absolutely say universal style background. So, this is a problem I should solve. There we go. Oh, you can walk into the water. Probably you shouldn't be able to do that. Wait, open doors are... Oh, I've already implemented that. No way. Cool. I think I want to do less. Alright, 63 is too dark, isn't it? I don't even see it. I like it, but you know. And then I think what we do is that. Ah, yeah, this is cool. Okay, so it like. You remember seeing features like islands? I'll make it so that you can't see the water in your like memories. But then also, I like a mist effect, and it's like more effective in the areas that you can't currently see. How hard is it to make a mist effect? I did it last year, it was fine. You just like, I don't know, do a pollen noise, stretch it out in one direction, and just like scroll forever and you have mist. It's super simple. I could do it. I'll do it right now. I'll do it right after this. The one last thing that I would do here is to get rid of the water. So you pass true and you pass false, and then if there's water, some of the waters, you say current as space. And now you can't see the water in your memories. Yeah, cool, but you can still see buildings and stuff. I'm sailing off the edge of the world. Oh no. Okay. One last thing tonight is the mist system. How's that gonna work? We don't need to like save that. It's transient. And how much can I salvage from last year's game? How would it even be? App? Service? Mist? Yeah. Simple. What did I do? There's a polar noise. And then you query it. And then you add an offset. And that's it. So you don't like mutate the polar noise, it just scrolls. Good. That's good for a game jam. It doesn't need to be complicated. I think I'm just going to copy this verbatim. I'm not going to save it though. What am I? Ooh, need to add poem. Come on. Wait, who's using... Oh, fuck. What? Oh. Well, that's okay. I wasn't even planning on serializing it anymore. Okay, so we're gonna, in our game loop, so there's like game, is game instance. That's defined here. Game loop data. Yeah, this stuff. It isn't part. Like you save the game doesn't contribute to that. Do we have access to an RNG at this point? Not really, hey, okay. Well, let's just make one, I guess. We're supposed to. Oh, right, you use the game's RNG. Well, let's just do that. It's actually simpler. It doesn't really have to be serialized, but we can just, I think we can just be serialized. It's not a problem at all. I need to organize these windows better. Here we go. I turn that all back on. I'm going to compile because I'm going to serialize. Does that exist? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, we're able to mist from here. Adding mist. What is that? To game instance. We have to add mist. All the storable stuff. I guess game instance mist. Instance storable. Does it have mist? Sure. It just gets passed around. We missed. Where are we missing that from? Oh, we missed it in a bunch of places. Here. And here. Alright. So now whenever you do a thing, you have to tick it. Wait, does the mist like have biases about color? Yeah, it totally does. That's okay. That's actually kind of nice. It's convenient. When do we tick it? I guess whenever an input happens, right? Is it real time? Real time mist? Do we want real time mist? Let's see how real time mist looks. I'm not sold on it. I don't even know if I can do this. Oh no, it's just mist. We need to expose mist, I guess. I'll just expose it. Doesn't crash, does it? Cool. Okay. Now, when you render the game, if you can't see it, this. Okay, so we're gonna say background is Mr. Gray plus, oh, I guess, what does it return? 32, okay, because we tweak the alpha to make it varying in intensity. 2 RGB by 2. Why is that complaining? Shouldn't be complaining. And then, oh no, we crashed the IDE. No, I have to remember how to mix colors. Without the IDE add? Oh dear, this is a disaster. It's so unreliable. It's normally not this bad. Are we alpha compositing? Yeah, but you passed the low color. Okay, so it's like self mist composite of that. Oh, hang on. Okay, let's see how this background real-time scrolling mist looks. It's like totally disconnected from reality. It's like we're floating through space. It's also obviously pollen mist. It kind of breaks the vibe that I'm going for. I think it has to be more subtle, if at all. And also it has to be everywhere. Just less intensely in some places. So here, I think it goes quite high. We'll set it to something lower. Has the IDE's fixed itself? Okay, good. At least it repairs itself. I haven't ever restarted. It's nice. What is this? What is this? Okay, it's not completely fixed. Alright, well, the minimum intensity, like how does something like that look? Like really subtle. You like can't even see it. Okay, that was like 20th of what it was, right? So, I don't know, try something like this. So it looks okay on my screen, but it looks terrible on the stream. It's way too... It's too fast, it's too regular, it's too obviously polonized. What if I made it... Yeah, like the fact that it's the scrolls, it's very pulpy and, I don't know, looks cheap. How, okay. So something in between, where I had it before, what about like 0.3? And also let's just put it everywhere. So, like, get your mist out here. And the background is like mist compositing. What's wrong with you now? Does that, there's no self. Yeah, alright. And then the same thing here. So you're setting the background to be misty background. And then this one, you're still gonna apply it, just less, like just a lot less. Oh, there it is. So background. Composite. Set. Saturating, scalar, multiplicative. Saturating. So you multiply it by a number and divide it by a number. So if you want it to be like half, then you'd multiply it by 1 and divide it by 2. Right? I think that's what that means. Subtle. Yeah, it's like most players won't even realize that it's even happening. Okay, I do want to explore non-real-time mist. I'm not sold on real-time as being good. What if I only did it when you take your turn? So now the mist is stationary. When you move, scrolls very slowly. Ooh, I don't know. I think I preferred it when it was real-time mist. Although I want it to be slower. How do I make it slower? Speed X. Like half the speed. Okay, and just for comparison, I didn't do this. It's already bright enough. It might turn out that it saturates it and you can barely see it anyway. Yeah, you don't need to dim it. It's already pretty dim. Wait. Yeah. Cool. And while we're playing around with aesthetics, I want to see what happens if the boat is wider at the front. And I also want to see what happens if the boat is just like bigger in general. Like, how does it feel? Well, actually, I kind of like the size of the boat now relative to the like visible circle. Also, I know we need to use commas for the boat's floor, and I think I preferred it when it was just dots. I added the commas because I wanted when the boat overlapped with the land, I wanted to have like a bridge, but I made that out of like equal signs now, so you can change it back to using dots. I think that's fine. Before I forget, you say so you can't walk onto the water. Oh wait, no. Do this again. Hang on. We don't actually care about this. That's such a weird way of writing it. So now, here's the boat. Wait, why can't I get up the crap. Because there's water under the boat. Okay. So it's like there's water and this is actually kind of neat. No floor. Actually, yeah, water and floor. Take back what I said about it being weird. This is actually great. So you can park your boat. Probably park it there. Okay, cool. The boat. You can't walk into the water. You gotta take the boat. And drive the boat. Drive the boat somewhere. Sweet. one last thing. Reshape the boot. Or experiment with reshaping the boot. With one, I guess, a bit bigger. I'm not convinced that did. How wide is it at its widest point? Oh wait, oops, no. That was the wrong place to edit. It should have been this. If it's just like 7 and like straight sides, it's gonna look weird. It's not like a rocket, right? That's not what I meant to do. Hang on. What? Oh, 1. Oh my god. It's too late at night for this. Oh right, I've tried this one out before, but it looks weird at this angle. Is it less awkward? I think probably what I care most about is like difficulty docking. Right, it's got those weird bumps. Yes. So what if we brought the middle upwards a bit? Like the distance between there and like this one, it's like the second length, right? It's too big, make it smaller. That was like more like a 5. I don't know. It does kind of help. You kind of need to be pointier though, or this looks weird. Are we attached to this? What if it wasn't cardinal? What then? 1, 2, 3. Wait, how does that compile? Wait, yeah, wait. Why am I not getting warnings about not using this? Come on. Ah, it's weird. Sorry. Nah. It's kind of goes against. Yeah, it doesn't really follow the convention that the rest of the graphics follow. Okay, so anyway, what are my feelings about this versus how it used to look? It's not pointy enough at the front. This is my main concern. Maybe it just needs to be longer. Like we can extend. This is length 4. Why is it length 4? This is weird. It shouldn't be called that. Maybe I should just randomize these so that I don't have to take responsibility for them. It's a roguelike. It's too pointy. Okay, but that's good. I think that's what boats are supposed to look like, and then like this is okay. Could maybe do something about the back being so wide. Like what if it just wasn't super wide at the back? Like the maximum width is 5. But if it was like, what if it was like 3? What if it was, it looked like a kite. It's like wide at the front and short and like narrow at the back. I don't think that's what boats are supposed to, meant to be kind of this shape. No. Yeah, no, it's like kite shape. And then the back is like, why is the back like that? That's actually not terrible, but the back is really strange. Is that like hard coded? How do we do the back? 5, 4, boat length to 0. Sure, but then before that was like boat width 1. Oh, it's, oh. I think we need an additional width. I think this might be one of the reasons why it's harder than it seems like it ought to be. This one here should be what? What is this? It's not right. It's not how boats look. Why is it all sloopy? What? What did I do? I think I changed the wrong one. Hang on. Definitely something's gone wrong here, yeah. Yeah, because it starts at the top and it goes around. Then it's just, I thought it, why are these different? Hang on. So you start in the middle. Oh, what the hell? I don't understand this. I think I just need to redo this. This is a mess. Oh, hang on. No, these points go around the outside like this. Then these are the ones that join them together. Okay. I see. So boat length 4, that is the middle to the tip, and then it's like this one, and then this one, and then this one, and it comes in the middle, length 2, is back to flat, and then, yeah, okay, so boat width 1 appears, okay, so it should be this one, and this one, then I'll change. Yeah, that's better. It's a weird shape, but it's like it like totally changes. Okay, I don't like how straight those lines are. They should be less straight. I think that width, this first width here, is too wide. That was 3. And that was 3. It's gonna be like, I think that's also gonna look strange. It's like too long at the front and too short. Oh, what is this? What is this mess? I think it needs to be wider in general. Like, where is this wide? Wide, make it less pointy. This is basically gonna just be a square. very sleek, is it? Okay, so then we make it narrower at the front. I don't think I even know what boats look like anymore. I wasn't get screenshots from Sunless Sea because it has so many cool boats in it, but okay. Is there like a wiki of Sunless Sea? It just like shows all our boats close up. Here we go. Okay. I like this one. So let's try to just imitate this. So it's like point and then very gradually moving towards the back, and then it's like a really blunt point back. So let's just like draw this. So I guess what I want one more, sure, one more. Okay. And then like gradually it's like too long though, so we shorten it a bit. No, not quite that much. Shorten that a bit. And remember, no cardinal directions, so you have to fill that in, fill that in, and that. Maybe that will do. Also, I reckon it would be easier to control if the driving was at the front. And I wonder also if it would be worth having a little cabin. Like imagine if there was like a little cabin that you could go inside. How hard would it be to put a door and like walls with, you can't see through the walls? Like would that, it'd be bad if you can't look behind you. I think it actually could be kind of good if you can't look behind you. Because I'm like, imagine if there's like something chasing you and it's like tense because you can't see it, and so you, yeah. That could be cool. Should I do this? Should I do this now? Well, we'll fix the boat, like drawing, and then there's no fundamental reason why you can't put opaque walls and like make a cabin or whatever. And like you only need to draw like 4 lines and then place doors. When they're diagonal, it might become really hard to get inside. Like, if they were 45 degrees, like how would you get into this with a door? You need like 2 doors. Maybe they could just be, include diagonals or something. Maybe that's actually okay. Okay, anyway, if the driving seat was like here, it's gotta be outside, because otherwise you won't have to see anything. So that means at the front, it is 1, 2, 3, 4 away from the plane. Right, and then you go put with 1, but length 3. So 1, this far, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 from the player. With 1 is 4. And length 3, I suppose, is 1. 3 is 1. So it's 1 in front of the plane. Wait, no. Length 3. 1 in front of the plane. And then we go down to length 1. Don't ask me why they're swapped around like that. But it's also, wait. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Length 1 is 6, and width 3 is also 4. Wait, are all the widths 4? No. Wait, yes. Wait, surely not. No, the last one is not 4. The last one is 3. I think. And then what lengths are left? There's like boat length 2. What's that mean? I think it's just 6. I don't know if I did this right. That's not, what? Okay, it's not that far off. There's just some weirdness going on at the back there. And like, this is a square font and I've been drawing it in a rectangular font, so that contributes to it looking kind of strange. And there's something weird going on at the back. Oh. It should be more like 8. But also I think the length should be stretched a little bit. Oh, not all of them, but this one should be more like 6, I think. This one should be more like... watch. Let's just say 1. That can be like 8, and that can be like 10. Yeah, that's better. Does that at all resemble the pictures I was looking at earlier? Not really. The one change that... Oh, actually... something about this works really well. I think. Anyway, I think it's cool. It's kind of weird how it like fishtails around like that, but... Is it like easy to park? Most of my concern is that it's kind of hard to drive this boat. But it's not that bad now. It was harder before. One of the skills that players are going to have to learn to play this game. Get off the boat, down the boat, there's no door. We can't look through doors anymore. Oh, there's no floor under the door. Oh yeah. We have to extend our walking logic a tiny bit. Alright. Was I going to change anything else about the boat? Not right now, I think it's fine. Can we open doors? Again? Yeah, cool. Alright, Nelson. How would it look if this was the... No, it's out of before. Alright, we'll stick with this for now. And then like... I don't know, some sort of cabin. before I go too deeply into this, how do I do this? Is there a reason to do this in the stages? Let's go here instead and avoid any piece. We can just iterate over this. Oh, we have to add the vote point. I don't know about this. Definitely don't know about that. Long boots. Yeah, we need to change the way that like remembered cells work. Oh, you're gonna end up with these weird artifacts. Like, I remember the back of my boat being in a certain place, but I've moved. I guess you just wouldn't remember boat cells. But it's still gonna end up looking like Pac-Man. And you can't even, like, if it's going diagonally, there's no way to make a door. We can walk around. Oh, it can't even fit this gap anymore. There's a problem. You have to, like, face that way and make him walk around. It's a cute idea. And it is realistic. You sure can't see behind you if you're, like, in a boat. But I think it's fun to be able to see behind you. I don't know. What weird stuff's going on? I don't know. Maybe it is okay. Put like windows in so you could see a bit behind you. What do we do about this? I think we have to make it so that you can magically see through this wall. Yeah. Hey, I've only just started today. I do like that idea. Like, I kind of want there to be some kind of sea monster that chases you, and it'd be way more interesting if you couldn't see it while you were running away from it, and you had to keep like turning around to look, or like, you know, there'd be some ability you could get, or, you know, a crew member that would tell you stuff about what's behind you or something. I just want the Pac-Man shape. Also, so right now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles wide. Yeah, something like that. I haven't quite figured it out, the upgrade track yet. The problem is that when the boat is turned, you cannot fit because of raster artifacts. You can't fit through this gap. So I need to change the shape of the boat a bit more to fit the cabin. Also, we're going to have this problem where... Okay, so how would it look? Wait, does omniscient mode work? I don't see why it would. I haven't done anything to make it work. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. What would happen if we didn't constrain ourselves to only the cardinal directions? We still wouldn't fit through the gap, but maybe we could have a door? We'll still figure out a way to fit through the gap. When you turn it now, it's like, now you can see through the gaps. But only a little bit. Isn't that interesting? Yes. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, whoops. What's UE? Is that? Oh, Unreal Engine. Right. I've never used Unreal Engine. It looks amazing. None of these solutions are good. We definitely have to stick with this because it produces visual artifacts. If you have cardinal, so if you have non-cardinal lands, you can kind of see through them, but it's weird. I guess you just put more doors. Like you just have like 2 doors in a row, and that's like your door. Oh, that's cool. What do we do about this? Like, imagine if like this was a door and then there was like another door tile. I guess you just have 2 doors. I don't know. Why is this so difficult? Non-90-degree angles just ruin everything. I guess you just have 2 doors. You could even just like make it a thing. It's like, oh, why does this extra door appear every time we turn our boat to a non-cardinal direction? It's magic. Okay. So to fit the cabin in, you have to make the boat wider, or there's no space around it when you turn. Oh, maybe? Okay, if it was less wide. Like, I suppose this. And then you turn it 45 degrees. You can fit around it. But the space inside is going to be way different, like a different shape. Yeah, sure. it's about going on a journey in a boat through kind of, I guess, mysterious world where things are not really, I don't know, super well connected. I guess kind of Dark Souls-y in that sense. And like you're just gathering crew / passengers, and your goal is just to get to the ocean. Everyone's trying to go to the ocean for a reason that no one really explains to you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So all the upgrades to the ship are going to be in the form of crew or passengers that like give you extra abilities. It's kind of like Spiritfarer, if you played that in that sense. Like crew kind of makes the experience more detailed, and you keep getting more crew, and they keep adding new stuff to your capabilities. Would it ruin the game if you just couldn't turn 45 degrees at all? Like, what if you just could always just do that? So every turn is like, you just turn 90 degrees, and then turn 90 degrees, and 90 degrees. Would that be bad? Would that be lazy? I think it's kind of lazy. But this is just, I don't understand how you're supposed to deal with diagonal walls. You can't put doors in them. So there's no way into the cabin. I think we're just gonna have to make it cardinal directions only. I don't know, maybe ordinal directions is like a stretch goal. How would it feel if we just constrained you to only 90-degree turns? I don't know about this. How can I turn? Oh, because if I turn, I would bump into the land. It's kind of hard to... It's kind of frustrating. It's not really well explained that that's why you can't turn. I guess you could just have some text on the screen explaining that. Like a modern boat, or like a, you know, like I don't know, like a 60s boat, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know much about boats, obviously. But I don't know. Like, imagining it's like made of wood, and like it's powered by some sort of petrol or diesel or something. It's got like smoke coming out of a chimney. But I don't think I could render that. Trying to make it super minimal in terms of graphics. Just like my ideal, like how ruined would it be, given that you can't see behind you anyway? If I just went extreme and had super tight, like super fine turning, how weird would it look? Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Like, I guess the more modern one with, oh no, it just gets so distorted when you turn less than 45 degrees. Oh yeah, right, the big problem that I had with this was that it doesn't go straight. There's no way to go straight. Okay, so I'm sticking with this. How about this? What if there's no cabin, like, or you know, I don't know. Well, there's no cabin, but there's like smokestacks. Maybe we will draw smokestacks. Maybe your view is blocked by like smoke or steam or whatever, like chimneys, and that way they don't have doors, and we don't have to worry about this situation. Well, we kind of need there to be doors. Or, okay, what if we took this pixel and put it here? and like the cabin just kind of is at a funny angle in that case. I think that's the best I can hope for. I think that's the best I can do. Okay, how would that look? So how do we even tell if the bird's facing? I guess So you work this out. I guess you just like a decade. Maybe not quite a decade, but a long time. This is my like 8th 7-day roguelike, I think. Okay, here's what we do. There's 2 different cases, and we just explicitly draw a different shaped cabin depending on which way the bird's facing. And if that turns out that it's beneficial to go diagonally, like, so be it. That could be a fun mechanic. And it's actually, alright, I'm gonna just make this little, I don't know, unit vector, which is like 1 by 0, convert it to radial, rotate clockwise by the boat setting, and then turn it back into a Cartesian, and then round it up. I think this is literally the easiest way to just quickly and reliably check to see whether we're heading. Yeah, nice, do it. C++ is complicated. I've only learnt little bits of it when I need it, which is rare, but it is huge. If the result of this has let's print this out. I have some ideas, but also it's like super late at night and I often run about these things. So let's just see if I'm right. I expect that if there's only like if one component is 0, then it's going to be cardinal, otherwise so like 1 1, yeah, cool, just as I suspected. So we're going to multiply them together, and if the result is 0, then this is the way. Yeah. That's wild. Okay, so if it's cardinal, then you draw it from -2 to 2. And we'll draw the rest of the cabin in a sec. It just vanishes when you, yeah, that's the way. I'm quite proud of that hack, but it is horrible. There must be a better way than this. This is the result of desperation and bad decisions in the past, but not wanting to redesign things. Although I am very proud of it. This is cool. This is not the kind of thing that you typically do. I wouldn't be demoralized if you don't think that you would have come up with something like this. What kind of things do you, you said you do 3D modeling, what kind of things do you model? Is it for game development? Not really. I think I just tend to prefer, I've had a friend do music for me in the past, but I don't think I would want to like collaborate on you know, actual programming stuff. I get enough of that at work. This is, maybe it'd be better if I, oh whatever, there's no point making this generic. There's like 4 walls on the entire boat. So there's these 2, and probably actually, so if we just run it again, we just get a feel for how it's going to look. One of these walls has to not be there, like this one has to not be there, right? So the wall actually goes from, oh, cool. So we're gonna make this wall like way shorter. Like it ends at, I think it just has to end at 0, yeah? Because there's gonna be a door. Yeah. Okay, bottom left. What, -2, 8. See how that goes. And just more copy pastes. Except I guess you'd skip one. Right, this is why we were using sets for this before. Stuff overlaps. Does it though? Does it have to? If we went from the top left. Bottom left. And we'll just skip the first one. Oh, wait. Yeah, like that. Does that work? No, it doesn't like. Oh, doesn't matter. Alright, cool. Oh, no, I just work for like a software company, basically. I just meant that like collaborating on software in general, not specifically on game dev software. Trim this even just by 1. Would it be like really cramped if I did that? So oops. Let's do that one. Okay. Where is the crew gonna go? I guess they can go in this room. It's not a very big room though. Maybe there's like an underneath deck. So from the wall here, there's a 3x4 space. And if you have crew and like stuff in here, and you're gonna walk through it, it's gonna be a bit cramped. I don't want to make the boat bigger. I think that they could just be like wandering around the deck, right? Like how fun is it in games like Dark Souls where you find people out in the world and then like they teleport to the like what's it called, like, you know, Filing Shrine or whatever, Majula, and then you explore it and you find, hey, there's a new NPC that wasn't there before. I like that feeling. Alright, let's wrap up this cabin. 2 more walls and doors. Fixing the bug where he's driving around leaves a trail of boat all over the ocean. And then I'm gonna stop. I keep saying I'm gonna stop, but I'm actually gonna stop after that. This is like not a good way of doing this, but it's so late at night. So the cabin top right is that. The cabin bottom right is that. And I guess the cabin bottom left again is this, except not quite. Oh no, that's a bug. It's because the way that the visible area detection, I think that's right, works. I need to top, so it's going to be top right. Sorry, one second, I'll finish that sentence in a minute. Top right to bottom right, and then bottom right to bottom left. The reason why it happens, I'll just get it on the screen so I can point to it. The trails that the boat leaves as you move around are because when you look at something, the game records the fact that you know that something is in a particular place in the world. But then if you move so that you can no longer see it, the game shows you what you remember being in that place. The stationary thing is like an island. It makes perfect sense. Like, you see the island, and then you look away from the island, but like you can still sort of remember that it's there, right? The problem is that you remember seeing the back of your boat, but then the boat moves, but you still remember seeing the back of the boat in its previous position, so it renders it in that position instead, or as well as its current position. So we just need to make it so that there are certain... it's going to be really annoying, isn't it? Because you do want it so that when you park the boat and get off the boat, you remember seeing it. Like, you definitely want to be able to like do that and like Ooh, does this look right? Yeah, this is good. Okay, so there's like a cupboard now. We need to add some doors. Oh, it's only 3x3, not 3x4. It's so small. I think probably we just have like a staircase in here. And then like an underboot that has all the people, or that has, I don't know, something else. Maybe, or maybe it's not a problem. Yeah, how do we fix that problem? It's not as trivial as I was thinking it would be. It's like if you remember there being a boat. It's like whenever the boat moves, you have to like purge all your memory of it from your memories. It's not that easy to do. I think this. I don't think I can do this cabin thing. I think it's too complicated. Like, there's not really a good mechanism for purging something from your memories. Do you want them to draw sometimes? Okay, I'm gonna just like, I won't delete the code, but I will make it so it doesn't run. And then if I, this can be a stretch goal. I don't think the mechanics of the game are going to be ruined by not having a cabin. Do you get a warning if you have code that never runs because of... Oh, that's fine. It's fine. We can come back to this later if it turns out that I have a bunch of free time at the end. Because it's a cool idea, but it's difficult to implement. Maybe I'll have some blinding insight about how to do it. And then come back and fix it. So yeah, it's not just that it's hard to implement, it's that it's hard to fit and it's hard to to, like when the boat rotates, it's hard to make it draw correctly. Alright, so I think that's where I'm going to call it tonight because it's kind of late. I'll probably be streaming it streaming wrapping up around this time every night this week. Until Saturday is when this is the last day of the jam. So I'll be going all day on Saturday and after work all during this week. Alright, cool, thanks for watching. Yeah, I'll probably be on again tomorrow. Bye.